All right, welcome to this week. So, real quick, this week we're going to be doing chapter 7.6 in our textbook, which is solving inequalities using addition and subtraction. Monday, we're going to just be doing our practice journal. If you have your practice journal, perfect. If you don't have it, I have put copies up onto the in the lesson. Tuesday, we're going to be solving inequalities using addition and subtraction, which is very similar to what we did with equations. So more of that coming on Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be word problems, real life application problems. Thursday is going to be what I call a choice day, and that's you'll see what that more about that on Thursday. But you're going to have a choice between two different assignments, different difficulties. I want you to challenge yourself, but I don't want you to stress out. Also, I'm gonna have on Thursday's lesson. I'm gonna have a quiz due by Friday, and then so for Friday, this is the same quiz. I just put it both. As long as you have you can do it Thursday and finish it Thursday and turn it in Thursday and be done on Friday. But Friday's the deadline. All right. So that's the snapshot of the week. Let's go over warm up. So I'm gonna do this a little bit differently this week. Hopefully you've already done it. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just give you the answers, and if you get them correct and you feel comfortable with it, you can go ahead and skip the video. And then you can stop the video and just go on to the lesson. If you did not get them right, or if you have questions, it's going to be on you. Do you want to stay to watch me go over the answers, or do you want to just resume the assignment? But I encourage you, if you made a small mistake, I encourage you to look at it. Unless you see your mistake, I encourage you to look at it and watch the video with me. All right, so here's the answers. 11 1/4, 8/15, 5, x equals 5, p equals 3, yes, and no. All right, so I'm going to go over the answers. Okay, so for the first one, 4 divided by 2/3 divided by 9. So I'm going to divide fractions. So I have, first I got to convert it into an improper fraction. So I have 4 2/3, which is 11/3 times, divide. Divided by 8/9. All right, so remember, when I'm doing division, I need to multiply it times the reciprocal of the divisor. So 11/3 is going to stay the same. So I have 11/3. And then, and then I need to find the reciprocal of 8/9. So that'd be 9/8, and then I multiply. All right, so 11 times 9 times 8. And I made a mistake. Actually, 4 2/3 is actually 14/3. Not sure where I got 11/3 from. 14/3. All right, so I can go ahead and multiply 14 times 9 and then 3 times 8 and get my answer, and then simplify. But I see that I can cross cancel here because I can cross some things out to make these fractions smaller. So the first one I see is 9 and 3. So 3 is a factor of both 9 and 3. So I'm going to go ahead and divide them both by 3, and I get 3, 1. Okay. And then 14 and 8, 2 is a factor of both. So I'm going to divide both by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. And 14 divided by 2 is 7. All right, now that's much easier to multiply. So then I have 7 times 3 is 21 fourths. And I can simplify that as 5 and 1/4. All right, so that is number 1. Just the erase all. All right, so number 2. So 2/3 times 4/5. So 2/3 times 4/5. All right, so nothing I can really cross cancel. So I'm going to just go ahead and multiply. So multiply fractions. I'll multiply the numerator times the numerator and the denominator times the denominator. So I get 8/15, and that is already simplified. All right, so number 3. I'm going to just do it down below with a different color ink. So number 3, 3x divided by 5 equals 3. All right. So what I need to do is I need to get that variable all by itself, and I do so by multiplying. To get that variable by itself, I need to get rid of that 3/5, and I can get rid of that 3/5 by multiplying it by its reciprocal, which is 5/3. All right. So if I do it on that side, I have to do it on the other side. So let's go ahead and watch. So times 5/3. All right. Times 5/3. All right, and then I can cross that out because these cross each other out, and I'm left, and 11 equals, and multiply that, and I have 11 and 15/3, which equals 5. So x equals 5. All right. I'm going to go and do the third one. I think I have enough space to go ahead and do the third one in here as well. All right, so 3x, I have 3x divided by 5 equals 3. All right. Oh, what am I doing? That's the same one. Scratch that. All right. I'm on number 4. AP equals 24. All right. So I'm going to divide both by 8. And I get these cross each other out, and I'm left with P equals 3, because 24 divided by 8 is 3. All right. So I'm going to go and erase that. All right. Number 5. All right. So I'm just checking the solution. So yes or no. And I'm going to do so. So I'm given the variable h equals 3, and I have h in the inequality. So what I need to do is I need to replace that h with a 3. So I have 7 times 3 is greater than or equal to 21. So 21 is greater than or equal to 21. And the answer is yes, because as long as since that bar underneath the greater than symbol is that bar means that it can't include that number. So the answer is yes. All right, number 6. R is greater than 10. So R is greater than 10. All right, I'm plugging that 10 in place of R, and I just simply have 10 is greater than 10. And the answer is no, because 10 is not greater than 10, because 10 equals 10. Now, if I had a bar underneath that symbol, then that would be true, but 10 is not greater than 10, so the answer is no. All right. So go ahead, do the start thinking activity, and then I want you to do the practice journal pages as well. And just go ahead and do them all, complete them all the practice journal questions. And then don't stress out about grading or this. I want you to do this. If you would like to send a snapshot and send it to me, that's fine. But this is really for you to just kind of teach yourself, right? Before we begin, it's going to help you bridge that gap between learning that you've already had and learning that you're going to start tomorrow. So we're actually not really starting any learning today. You're just kind of doing some what we call inquiry-based work to kind of get ready for the lesson ahead. All right. So I hope it's take your time, don't stress, and I'll see you when you're finished.